Hey, hello friends. Thank you for watching my channel again. And today I'm going to talk about getting organized. For you who are new, I talk about work and life in Norway. And you can apply the same things in the country you live, as a foreigner, as a tourist, as a new person in Norway to enjoy life. And I made a video about work last time, and there was a question about getting organized or the work union, and I'm going to use my experience to let you know about this. By the way, before I go there, I want to say thank you guys for supporting me, and our channel is growing. So if you have a friend, share this video. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. And today I'm going to talk, I'm going to take my boys out, but before I take them out, it's great weather in Norway, finally, though it's May. And what did I want to say? Oh yes, organizations. Yes, most of foreigners, when we come here and get work, it's so hard to get work. And once you get work, you get so excited and you forget some things, getting organized. What does that mean? Find a union and become a member. Sometimes there are unions which has something to do with your career. I mean, what you are, whether you're a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer. But as well, there's this, I'm going to show you here on my lap, there's this LO, Norge, where you can find, and then they'll find where you belong. Because if you work in transport department, if anything, cleaning, anything you do, work is work, or a job is job. Be organized. Why am I saying this? Because in Norway there is the new way of work is work, or a job is job. Be organized. Why am I saying this? Because in Norway there is the new way of firing you or losing a job is called organisering or restructuring and such things. And what happens is that sometimes you may lose your job. Just like that, you have a job today and then tomorrow you lose it. But the leaders, when they are going to do this, people who are organized, the union, they at least you'll be treated fairly. Because the union, you get a union representative and will be there in that meeting before maybe you lose your job. And the leaders will at least follow the right criteria before losing your job. So do it because it is very, very important. I'm going to share two stories which I encourage you. You get a job, if it's 10% or permanent, whatever it is, get organized. Because the advantage is every month you pay, yes, you pay, but that money, if I remember correct, you get it back in the taxes. So if you don't pay, you lose, but there are many advantages. Another thing of that is that you get some insurance. If, for example, in this house of mine, if we lose something, I mean, like, not lose something, but if there is something happens with my property, things that are inside here, through my organization, my things are at least they have the insurance. So there are other advantages. So find and check. You go and Google, or the person who gives you the job. Every organization, they can tell you the agreements after that they have with different organizations, work organization. The work organization, at least they make sure that your loan, you are fairly paid. They make sure the working hours, and they discuss. They help us to represent in the politics, where people like me, our views won't be considered. But through the organization, my views will be considered. And even they help us to discuss, fairness at work. There's a lot of things that happen at workplaces, unfortunately, in Norway. And it's always good to have the organization supporting you. I'm going to share two experiences. One, my first job in Norway, I was avisbud. Hey! And I was really strong because I avisbud. What does that mean? Paper route. I was studying, doing my master's, and in the night I was giving a paper route. I was giving papers, newspaper, yes. And I remember, oh, that was interesting because the route or the area where I was supposed to give, it was for 2 hours, right? And I was paid for 2 hours. But every time I was using more than 2 hours, whether it was summer, whether it was winter. And I remember the person I got the route from, the area, route, like the area where I'm supposed to go, sorry. He had told me that this area is, they said 2 hours, but it's 3 hours. I said, how do you know? I said, I've worked here for years and it's that. And even the former person told me, and I said, yeah, but why don't you complain? I said, I've complained, nothing is being done. So I worked there and I did my best. I always used 3 hours, you know, but I don't know who told me, but I knew it. I think I knew it because how did I? But I don't remember. But what I remember, I was organized. So I was organized, yes. So I told the union that I every day use 3 hours, and they started, they would negotiate, work on it and all that. It took like 9 months or something like that, but my complaint was there, and they had to evaluate the route to see, is it something for 2 hours or 3 hours? And what they found out after like 9 months, I had worked there for 1 year and like 1 year and a half, they found out that actually it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. Because they went to use the car, they used the person going out. So my union and the company and another person, they did it and found out 3 hours. And guess what? Since I complained, the company paid me my extra 45 minutes since I had complained. That means I complained and took like 9 months, and they paid me back that. But if I had complained since I started, because I was organized, I should have got for all the time. So get organized. Another example I'm going to give you is a friend who came to me and said, Irene, what am I going to do? He got this job and the company, they're having organized, reorganizing, restructuring. And he's a foreigner and he doesn't speak English. And then he told me, probably it's me, they're gonna, fire out fast. And I mean, I am not, he wasn't, what do they call it, a permanent, he was a vicary. And he had been a vicary for more than a year plus. And there are strict rules. I know because myself I've been a leader and I know what I'm talking about. So there are strict rules how long somebody can be doing that job and all that. So then I told him, you are organized, because I had told him that get organized, and he said, yes, I'm organized. And when he got organized, I said, yeah, but you talk to your union because they can represent you in that meeting. The meeting had leaders and forward, and then when he was represented, he said, but I don't speak Norwegian. I said, yeah, but they gave you the job knowing you don't speak Norwegian. You speak English, so even in the meeting you speak English. And he was in the meeting, and what happened in the meeting was that actually, because the union was there to represent him, he spoke his case in English, and even instead of losing the job, he actually got a fast job, because the company found out that they had made a mistake of making him work without giving him a permanent job. So he got a permanent job. And so it's very, very important, because when you're a foreigner, you don't know your rights at your workplace. Trust me, things are rosy now, but there will come new leaders or new ways of doing things or what have you. And if you don't know your rights, other people will use that advantage to get you out of the way. So get organized. Find out. I'm going to show you here. Find out. You just Google and you find out, or talk to your leader, because and this one doesn't even only foreigners, even Norwegians. I've met Norwegians when we're in this situation of reorganizing. I mean all that, and they are not organized. I think I should say this one in Norwegian. Det er veldig viktig at man blir organisert. Veldig, veldig viktig. de kommer til å trenge det, fordi når man ikke organisert, da det blir vanskelig når det om organisering, nedbemanning og rettigheter og alt det der, så det veldig, veldig viktig. Så bli organisert, og så skal vi se da hvordan du kan finne ut, google og så finne ut hvordan du kan bli organisert. Snakke med sjefen din, snakke med, jeg var faktisk vannombud. Og når jeg var vannombud in English, I was a vannombud. In English, I think it's called safety representative, and then I was hovedvannombud, like chief, yeah. Some things better leave them in Norwegian, but has something to do with the safety and that at work. And when you are vannombud, you can even stop work if you mean the conditions and safety of the people working there are not as they should be. So I've been a vannombud, and I know what I'm talking about when I talk about your rights. So find out your rights now, not when you are in a situation that is very emotional and complicated. Good luck, and let me show you here what I talked about. Yes, as you see, there is this LO, so you go there and then you can become a member, and even they are telling you what they do here. Vår viktigaste uppgave är att skapa ett tryggt och rättfärdigt arbetsliv. Like the assignment they have is to make safe and fair working conditions for you and in the society, and even they negotiate a lot of things, salaries and all that. And even I was looking here, there is this forskning.no, like research, where they say that, yeah, forskning.no, just a moment. Let me translate this for my people here. They said the lones I Være fag organisert. Yeah, it is wise to be in a union. If you're a teacher, join those unions. If you're a nurse, join those unions. Because when it comes to salaries and all that, these are the people, these are the unions that kind of discuss this issue for us, and we have a great working life. Yes, good luck, and if you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing. If you have a friend who is working, don't assume that they know. Send them this video, tell them to get organized. There are many organizations, but it's very important to get organized. Very important. I know what I'm talking about, and it's very important. So share the video, and if you don't live in Norway, the same thing may apply to you wherever you live. As long as you're working, find the organization, the workers union. I think that's the proper one, the workers union, because when the rain day comes at your workplace, it's gonna rain, and you're gonna need a big umbrella to help you. Good luck if you are looking for a job and you've not wondering about jobs and you've not checked out other video. There's a video about work, agencies, interview and such things. Check them out. If you have any question, let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Bye. Take care.